Hi there everyone, I'm Paul and welcome to the Toon Review. This video is just a catch-up video really because a lot's happened since I did my last one. That's for certain. If you look back at my play ratings video, I did that on the day that the takeover fell through, and I'd just actually finished filming it, and then all of a sudden it flashes up on my phone that the deal's fallen through. Absolutely devastated I was, because I genuinely was one of these guys that thought that no matter what we'd come up against, or what the Saudis had come up against, or whoever was buying the club had come up against, we always had answers. There was, the Premier League were asking questions and they were getting answers, or so we thought. Now it turns out that Richard Masters just turned around to Staveley and said, we're not going to make a decision either way. We're not going to say yes, we're not going to say no, we're just going to sit on it for months. That's absolutely disgusting in its own right. This is a governing body of the Premier League saying things like that. Absolutely rubbish. And these are the things that have come up, throughout the time since the deal fell through, about what's going on. We've got so many issues behind the scenes that not many people knew about. We've got the friendships, we've got Richard Keys involved, with someone there, and it just all boils down to corruption, doesn't it? I mean, some people are messaging me on social media saying, how can you say corruption, nothing's been proved, etc. No, nothing has been proved, but why aren't the Premier League coming out and strongly denying it? In any walk of life, if you're going to be, let's say, you're in a job and then suddenly somebody accuses you of corruption, are you going to sit there and take it if you're not guilty? No, you're not. You will put up an almighty fight to say, hang on a minute, I'm not guilty here, and I'm going to clear my name. Nothing from the Premier League has come out. Absolutely nothing. And I find that staggering, that the amount of fans that have signed petitions, that have, absolutely bombarding them with spam on Twitter. If the Premier League weren't guilty, then why are they not saying or coming out and strongly denying these allegations? Because they're just sitting on it. Now, I think they've had a hell of a shock at the reaction from us Newcastle fans. I did not think for one second that they expected us to have the almighty charge and come together like we have, because that's the main thing. All the supporters, whether they've been different YouTube channels or different supporters groups, we've all come together. And that's the thing that I think has shocked them the most, is how strong we are as a fan base. And yes, there's going to be the odd one out there who says, the deal's over, what's the point? You'll always get people like that, which is fair enough. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And my opinion is, I just think it's fantastic, and it doesn't half make me proud to support Newcastle United when I see so many fan groups coming together. It's amazing. And it doesn't matter how big your YouTube channel is, how small it is, how many followers you've got on Twitter here and there. It's the fact that we're all coming together and we're pushing this message out. And that's the main thing. We've got to keep going as well. We can't be seen to stand back and let it happen and then do all this hard work just to sit back. We've got to keep on. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep bombarding them until something is done about this. Because what's clear to me, and a lot of other people that's come out in the last sort of week and a half, is the amount of bias, I guess, towards the top six. We know, we've seen it. Jason Cundy came out a few days ago on Talk Sport and absolutely rifled into Wolves because he didn't want them anywhere near the top six. What a disgusting thing to say about a Premier League football team, who I think are doing absolutely fantastically, and I wish that we had the ambition that they have at the moment. But we haven't seen any of that in the last 13 years. That kind of ambition that they want to just be up there. They want to get into Europe. They want to challenge for things. Yet Jason Cundy comes out and says that. Give us a break, man. Honestly, it's just so clear as day that the Premier League, all the pundits, they don't want anybody rocking the top six. It's just the way it's been for so long now, and they do not like it because we have come out and we are now fighting for well, not just Newcastle, every club who doesn't get a fair shot when it comes to takeovers or anything like that, because the top 6 cannot be moved. That's bullshit. You know, the WhatsApp group I'm on with all the other YouTube channels and Newcastle Supporters Trust and all the other fan groups, it's almost, you know, my phone's almost beeping 24 hours a day, because it's different people making suggestions about what we're going to do next, what the next plan of action is. It's amazing. And like I say, absolutely proud to be a Newcastle fan with the way we are fighting this. And it's so important that we don't give up on the cause, because I think behind the scenes, you know, there was a report yesterday came out on Sky that Mike Ashley is in talks with PIF every day, or most days, trying to get this deal over the line. Now, we don't know if that's true. I have a hunch it is, because Mike Ashley's got £300 million coming his way if he can get this through. You know, and given the state of the financial market at the minute due to the COVID stuff, he needs that money. He'll want that money. And one thing that we know about Mike Ashley is he does not get pushed around. You know, say what you like about Mike Ashley, on the business side of it, he's got where he has because he doesn't get pushed around. And that's what we need. We need to see him come out and push back and find out what is going on here. Because I think the Saudis are still wanting to buy. You know, a few people have come out and said they've walked away, they're not interested. I don't think so. I think the fact that the Reuben brothers have come out numerous occasions, Amanda Staveley, for me, it's still alive if they can get past whatever this blockage is at the Premier League. And we are not going to stop fighting at all. I think it's fantastic what certain members are doing. You know, I watch Steve Wraith a lot on his NUFC Matters. He had a ladies' night on last night on his channel with Sav and Kendall and a few others. Sorry, I forgot your names. But they were fantastic. You know, and they're really passionate Newcastle fans. Al Walid in Saudi Arabia is very much, you know, gives some good information, what's coming over from over there. And it's just the amount of people coming together. That's what I mean about everybody coming together and making sure that we are giving this the fight of our lives. Because at the end of the day, this is our club. You know, it's not just about the football. It's about the region. The amount of money that was going to be ploughed in by the Saudis and the, you know, Staveley and Reuben's brothers. The amount of money they were ploughing into the area. It's all about that. You know, people forget that and think, oh, it's just football. It's not. You know, the jobs that would be created, the livelihoods that people would have. You know, we've got to look at that as well. And that's what we're fighting for here. So, you know, I'm on board. I'm putting tweets out all the time and I'm spamming the Premier League as much as I possibly can at the minute. You know, and it's just what we've got to keep doing. And as Newcastle fans, it's all we can do at the minute. But we have to believe, we have to hope, we have to still have faith that this is going to happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least we know we've given it one hell of a shot. Away from the takeover, just some transfer news and things like that. We've been linked, obviously, with Josh King, Callum Wilson, who I think would be a brilliant signing, providing he stays fit. Obviously, he's had a very, very nasty injury. Didn't exactly, you know, set the world on fire last season. But, you know, when a team like Chelsea are interested in him, etc., you know there's a talent there. And I think he is someone we could probably get. Few others have been mentioned. You know, I was disappointed that we lost out on the Wigan left back. He went to Sheffield United for £2 million. I mean, that's peanuts in this day and age. And he's got a real talent. But we have been linked with a German international today. Sorry, I don't have the names because it's just briefly popped up on my newsfeed today. I did tweet it out earlier, the link to the newspaper report. But again, that's all they are at the minute. They're just reports. So we don't know what's happening. We don't know how much Bruce has actually got to spend. We don't know the players that they're interested in. At the minute, we're going off media, which, you know, like it or lump it, it's all we have at the minute until everything's, you know, they're standing there holding the shirt, I guess. But, you know, we've got to plough on. We've got to get ready for the new season. The takeover obviously going on in the background. You know, there's not long till the new season. We need some players. We need we need a backbone of the team. We need something. We need something to give us some hope. In the back of my mind, I'm always hoping that this takeover will go through. I'm praying every day, really. Just some light at the end of the tunnel. That's all I want. But again, with the help of all the other Newcastle fans, we keep fighting. That's all I wanted to say for now. Obviously, just a catch-up video, and again, I'll do one later in the week, I guess, and see if there's been any changes. Fingers crossed that there has, on a positive note. I've set up a Facebook page as well, the Toon Review, so do go and follow that page. I update that all the time with all the breaking stories on Newcastle, transfer information, things like that. It's all the links to the various newspaper reports. I put them all on there, so follow us on there. Obviously on Twitter as well, the Toon Review. Getting a nice lot of followers on there, which is great. Great discussions going on. And obviously, if you like the video, do subscribe, do like, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. But again, I want to do a video where I'm literally jumping up and down, singing, and celebrating the fact that we've been taken over. So let's keep the faith, guys. Let's keep going. Let's do what we're doing. And eventually, I'm sure there will be light at the end of the tunnel. But thanks for watching. Take care.
Be strong. Be strong.